I always leave it back up. So
Nice. Yeah,
yeah,
awesome. That works for me. Awesome.
it's easy.
Okay. Do you have a good chunk of? I don't want to take all your night, but do you have a good chunk of time?
I got at least the top of the hour. We can go a little bit longer than that too.
Nice. You doing after dark?
I got nothing tonight.
Awesome. All right. Well, I'll just get right to it then. I'm sure you saw the questions I sent over to you. Yeah, we'll just jump from there. Like was gaming a part of your childhood like very early on? Like for me, it started at like 5 or so ish.
Yeah, well, I have a sister who's 10 years older than me. So my parents bought her an NES when she was 11 or 12. And so I can always, from the beginning of time, I can always remember having an NES around. And like all the early movies of me, and they're like, I don't know, they're on film, like actual film. This is the
Mm-hmm.
80s. All the early movies of me are me playing Mario, which is kind of funny now. My mom actually has dug them out, which is really cool. Yeah, I was always like a big gamer. My first set of glasses in first grade were actually Nintendo glasses.
Oh, I remember those.
Yeah, I had a Mario case. Yeah, the whole thing. Gaming's always been Nintendo. It's always kind of been a huge part of my life. Nintendo and basketball and stuff. They were kind of like the three loves of my life, I guess. Those are the things I obsessed over for sure.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny because like I do realize now we kind of have like a similar childhood because I have a brother who's 8 years older than me, and I don't remember how he got his NES. I'm just going to assume it was my mom as well. But I used to watch him play video games like 24/7 back then, and yeah, like I had mentioned, he I don't think he was a big Mario fan. I know he played it, but he loved Castlevania. And
Yeah.
that game terrified me as a kid because I used to be afraid of vampires for whatever reason. And so like that game was both like terrifying and inspirational because there were these Belmonts who were trying to kill Dracula. So I always thought that was kind of awesome.
Yeah.
But like, was there a point where like from the NES? I guess we'll stay with NES. Like, was it Mario for you? Like that would be your game of choice that you would play?
I played a ton of different games growing up. But I would say like the Mario and Zelda series both were like constant go-tos of my childhood, and they kind of mark like some pivotal moments. I would say like especially like when OOT came out, Zelda OOT. That
Mm-hmm.
would be a really pivotal moment of like my. That was like right when I was like going through. It sounds weird, but like I was like going through puberty then too. And it's like it was a huge game with for me and my brother to play together. I later got adopted, so I have a brother as well too. And but it was yeah, it was just I don't know, like those games were definitely like Mario and Zelda specifically. I'd say were always huge. But I mean, I play all sorts of video games. Like I love SimCity. I don't know. I loved every genre. I loved a lot of sports games. I played a lot of sports games, especially through college.
Mm-hmm.
So I was big into deep into sports games. But yeah, I would always say that like Mario and Zelda, like I've never missed a game in that series except
Mm-hmm.
Skyward Sword, which I just quit playing because I just like
It's funny.
it's
Yeah,
it's the only game in either series that I haven't finished.
yeah, it's funny because like I was catching up on GDQ still yesterday, and I was like, I've never played Skyward Sword, so I watched a good chunk of it. And I'm like, I had a Wii. I loved my Wii. I mean, I was one of those people who played it 24/7. But like, I never got that game for whatever reason. I loved Twilight Princess
Yeah,
because I'm a huge Zelda fan as well. But I don't know what it was. I never purchased Skyward Sword. I've never physically played it either.
yeah.
Yeah, so you did mention Ocarina of Time, and I mentioned in my email that for me, like when Link goes out into Hyrule Field for the first time, like how amazing is that scene, right? Like I had never seen anything before like that. So like is there a specific gaming moment for you that was like holy crap? Like I didn't think gaming could do this.
Like, holy crap, I could do this. Like I could play games. No, I mean, no, I never had. I mean, like, there's a lot of like really cool like
Mm-hmm.
I think like one of them, as a really young age, was when I found out about the Master Quest Zelda one.
Oh yeah.
That was like a really cool thing because that really blew my mind. Like that there was like a whole other game inside of this extremely hard game, and now everything's mixed up in different spots and way harder. And that was really cool. The Justin Bailey code was.
Yeah.
I was always into like those like this sounds weird, but I was always into like the playground stories.
Mm-hmm.
Like because some of them were true and some of them weren't. So when they came and they turned out to be true, those were really pivotal. Like, oh my god, like how cool are the people who make this game? They added this thing in that will appeal to like to like nobody at all. So like there's just like me, I'm like the only kid, me and this other kid in school, the only kids who care about this, but how cool is it that this guy made this? And so those were like always pivotal moments for me. As far as like game or gameplay, Resident Evil 2 was like the first game where I like realized what the future of games is gonna be like compared to like like your story driven games like Final Fantasy 3, well I mean 6, but
Mm-hmm.
like Chrono Trigger, Link to the Past even. Because like Link to the Past was so cool when you went to the dark room, I thought that was the super cool. But when I first time I played Resident Evil 2, that was like I really realized like games cutscenes and like bigger storytelling was gonna be pivotal, even though like looking back on it, it's such a dumb looking story.
And it's being remade, so yeah. Yeah, it does look amazing. I just want to piggyback really quick. Were you not into Sega? Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, the first Sega console I actually owned was the Dreamcast.
Oh, yeah, I love that system. Sorry. Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't have a Sega. I was a Nintendo kid, and I actually had a friend. This sounds really bad, like growing up, but I had a friend who was like I really only hung out with him so I could go play his Sega Genesis and Streets of Rage 2.
Gotcha.
And I feel bad saying that now, but yeah, I just didn't have one growing up, so.
No, that's fair because we had a friend that had Mortal Kombat, and if you remember, Mortal Kombat 2 had the most blood between the two systems for whatever reason. So we'd have that guy. We'd just go to his house and play that game. That's funny how like gaming, like I guess back then with the quote unquote console wars, had different things to kind of suck you in like that.
Yeah, it wasn't even like I just didn't like I was just in I've never been in I wasn't in like a well-to-do family. We just were it was one console, like that was my thing. But they were always my parents always really understood that like the new Nintendo after the Super Nintendo, like they understood like they were gonna have to get another one later on. So,
Mm-hmm.
that was the really cool thing. I gotta give them a lot of credit, both my real ones and my adopted ones for everything that they did for me Nintendo wise. Like they always made sure I had a Nintendo. So
Yeah. Something I always wondered about your Twitch streaming is that when someone subscribes to your channel, you have like a number of Zelda animations that play. Is any of that attributed to your parents or just your Nintendo fondness for that series?
no, I'm just a huge fan of Nintendo, and it's also like him pulling the name out of the way they animate is really cool.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm
Yeah.
just a huge fan.
Gotcha.
I
All
don't
right.
have any subtle little hits to my
I try to dig. All right, I want to move on to the next section here. So tell me your introduction to speedrunning.
Sorry, you cut out right there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said my question was, moving along, tell me your introduction into the world of speedrunning.
Well, I started streaming 5 years, more than 5 years ago now, I think. No, 5 years ago, I guess 2013. And Games That Quick came on, like, it was one of the first, like, big events
Mm-hmm.
I watched when I first found Twitch. And so I kind of, like, learned about speedrunning right away when I first got into
Yeah.
And I just, I thought, like, I don't have the skill to do that at all. And this guy named Trail did a run called Kaizo 1.
Mm-hmm.
And after I saw his run, him do that run there, which I knew that was like such a notorious thing. I didn't even know people would play that in one sitting. Like, I thought it was just like impossible to do. I thought to myself, like, well, if he can do that, like, I can get good at my favorite game of all time. Like, I can be okay, and that's Mario 3. My whole goal was to be not last on the leaderboard. Because there were 16 names in the 100% leaderboard, and my goal was to be not last. I wanted to take over the number 16 spot, which that guy did, number 17. And that was my whole goal at first. So, like, I just, like, shifted, like, I was pretty much a, like, exclusive, like, shooter game. Not shooter game, but, like, survival game. Like, DayZ and Ark and,
Mm-hmm.
Games like that. I was kind of like that streamer at the time. And I just was like, you know what, I want to get, I would switch games so often, you don't really get good at them. I have to practice a lot. And I just kind of decided, like, you know what, I watch this guy do this, I can do this, I can just get good enough to be not last on the leaderboard. And I got hooked, and that was that. Like, I got hooked. I got a lot better than not last eventually, so.
Yeah. Nice. Did you think you would be constantly doing that? Or maybe like when you first started running Mario 3, like, all right, well, I'm just going to get to 16th and...
No, I thought it was, I thought it was going to be something, like, when I wasn't, like, playing, I wasn't, like, shifting, like, the focus of my stream. It just kind of, like, I fell in love with speedrunning. It's very addicting and it's very rewarding.
Mm-hmm.
You're also playing against yourself too, which is a little bit, I don't know. It's easier. I don't know, not easier, but it's I don't know. It's just like you're challenging yourself, and it's kind of a really fun goal to do. You know what I mean? I don't have to be compared to anyone else. My personal best is my personal best. That's as good as I've ever done. You know what I mean? That's as good as I can currently do. So I don't know. I don't know. I had something clicked for me in speedrunning, and I just kind of fell in love. What I do. I think the community is a huge part of it too. That everyone's so like supportive. It's very different. You don't have to. Everyone's willing to help you in any game. Coach you, I guess. Whatever you call it. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. I guess my next question is, I know Super Mario World is very popular to kind of speed run, or I think we take that game for granted. A lot of tricks we can do now came from Mario World. But why did you choose Mario 3 as one of your premier games to speed run?
It's my favorite game of all time. And that's why I picked it. When I was going to decide to speedrun, I was like, what game should I do? And I just picked my favorite game of all time, and that was Mario 3.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Nice. Have you ever thought about maybe like taking on some of the more mainstream games like Mario 64 or Sunshine?
3D games are harder.
Yeah.
For me, they're harder.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They're definitely different. They're a lot more minute movements.
Oh yeah.
Whereas 2D games are a lot more kind of, to me, like 2D games are a lot more like of just like pure optimization and like perfectness. Where I don't know, they're a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
I think 3D is definitely harder to me. Like personally, I think there's more to learn and there's more to optimize. But I think 2D, because of that, becomes maybe a little bit more competitive.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, fun to learn from people. I don't know. I don't really have a reason why I haven't done 3D other than like I feel like maybe I'm just bad at it.
Yeah.
I don't know, they don't click for me the way that the 2D games.
No, that's fair. Yeah, I think your Odyssey run is a little over an hour. Is it?
Like I love
Mm-hmm.
icons, Fortnite, and any like all the big 3D, like any big game comes out, I really want to play it. I'm just so pumped for Last of Us and Spider-Man this year, but
Yes.
like I just, for whatever reason, speedrunning them is the same thrill for me. Yeah.
Gotcha. So, is there? I mean, I know I've seen you play Fortnite, but I don't. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But like, is there like? Do you ever think about maybe just streaming like games you're not speedrunning or non-Mario, Mario Maker, Mario 3, whatever games for your channel?
I don't never
Mm-hmm.
because speedrunning is something that I love and love doing, and I really love the community. The community's given me a lot, and I think I have kind of right now I'm in a position where I could probably give back to the community in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get big and then not do that, you know. So I think I'm in a good position to do more with speedrunning as well. So I don't think it'll ever be an exclusive thing, but I think everyone would always love the option to just play any game they want at any given time of day, for sure. I love Fortnite. Like I'm really obsessed with Fortnite, and I really need to to get good at it. I really need to spend some time streaming it, like you know, because like then I can play 6-7 hours straight. You know, so that's something I want to do eventually. But
Yeah.
another game will come along soon that I'll also be obsessed with. So if I want to get good at that, too. So, for sure.
Yeah.
I also have goals. Like I just there's some things that I can't leave unfinished in speedrunning. For me, I'll always think of.
Oh, well, that's a good segue. What goal, what current goal do you have for something you'd like to do?
Currently, I want to do Super Dram World 1 Deathless. I have all the records in all the Dram World games, but
Mm-hmm.
they've never been done Deathless, so I want to do that one Deathless. That's something I think I can do, and hopefully, yeah, next month even, I want to get it done. But that's my immediate goal. Like long term, I want to find a new run back, something really cool and flashy that I can show at another marathon.
Mm-hmm.
Play a game so quick to you know, to raise a lot of money for charity because those games are fun and people like doing that. And I have I mean I guess I have some other goals like professionally, like non-stream wise, but like those would I don't really want to talk about those, I guess.
Oh, that's fair.
I have projects in the works related to speedrunning that I want to accomplish as well. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. I know you talked about it briefly, but moving on to games done quick, like what for someone who's never like submitted a game they want to run, like what is that process like? You know, pitching to GDQ, like, hey, I want to run X game. You know, how do we make that happen?
Okay, so submissions are open for a week, basically. And this is how it is for most every marathon. They open submissions for a marathon. You can submit your game and your estimate. And a lot of times, you know, multiple people will submit a game and they'll group those people up. If their skill level's close, they'll group those people up for a race. Other times, like me and Mitch, we get together and talk about doing a race beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we come together and we're like, you know, let's me and you are close to skill level. Let's submit this as a race together. And there's lots of different ways, or you know, there's different ways to do it. Usually, the community comes together and picks like what category they want to submit, especially with a big community like Mario 64 or Mario Sunshine,
Mm-hmm.
and what they want to show off for that week. And yeah, you have an estimate how long you think it will take you, and that's usually for me, some people take this differently, but I always take it as like, what's my worst case scenario?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I do. Most people will, I mean, most people will say that you should do like your average run, but I like worst case scenario. And then, yeah, then you just kind of nervously wait it out and hope that your game gets in, and GDQ deems it worthy enough, you know, and that's just kind of how it is.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's a pretty nerve-wracking process because you have a big gap in wait time, and then like when they release the games list, it's usually like midnight.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really weird.
Yeah. Can you vie for like I want to do it like during this time of day at all, or is that a no go?
What's that?
I was asking, is it possible to be like I want to run my game like at noon and not like at 4 a.m. or something? Like, do they have that kind of leeway at all? Or?
No, I mean, maybe for some people. I mean, I'm sure if you have an issue, like if you're not going to be able to be there a certain day, they'll work around you. But I've never heard of anyone like requesting a time slot for their game, and like I personally would never do that. I think GDQ knows when certain games work at certain times.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I trust them. You know, I think a lot of the bad games Like, and I also understand why they want to put like your Mario Spheres up in the house and games like that in more prime time slots as well to get to bring people in. So I've never heard of that, but I mean I know there are services where the forerunner gets sick and they have to reschedule.
Mm-hmm.
Things like that, I've seen that happen, but nothing. Or I did one thing about games real quick is for the speedrun community, and I really believe this is that like if your game's in and it's a 2-minute game, I feel like it's just as important as the 5 hour long RPG that's close to the show.
Sure.
And I think the part that just because your game is really short, like getting over it is a 2.5 minute speedrun. But I don't think that that player didn't put in as much work as like I have in Mario 3. I'm sure he's put in just as much work between submission time and that event as I did, you know. So I think we're all kind of like equal in that. We're all there for one goal, and that's the charity more than like
Right.
showing ourselves off is second. I think the charity and the community.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, because I was there 2 years ago when Sunshine Sunshine opened up.
Sunshine Race.
No, it was just the solo. I think it wasn't 100%. It might have been 80%. No, that was just a game that opened up that summer 2 years ago, or 2 or 3 years. And yeah, no, I remember like the crowd was amazing, and like the energy was amazing because like I love watching video games, and I know a lot of people do. So like this event's really good for that, and of course there's the charity aspect to it as well. But you know, what's it like being the runner on that couch? Like, I think I heard you mention it's kind of like a wrestling event, or at least the crowd's like a wrestling crowd where they get really into it. I mean, so yeah, what's that like?
Well, you know, I think streaming and wrestling have a lot of it's kind of funny. But it's exciting. Like you have a lot of adrenaline being up there. It's also very different because like so when I play at home, like I play in the same 3x3 corner essentially
Mm-hmm.
of my house in the same chair on the same TV, you know, the same feet away. But at an event, you're playing. All this is different, and that's really strange when you're essentially like doing a choreographed dance, you know. So that part's different. So you got to get comfortable, but then you have a crowd behind you, a giant crowd. Like this year, you had like 1,000+ people in that room.
Yeah, it was big.
They get loud. They get really, really loud, and it's fun. It's really it just makes your heart pump, makes your heart pump, and makes your adrenaline go. And I mean, I don't know, like I haven't really done anything in front of a live audience as big as that, but it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know, it's the best feeling. Like I totally feed off the crowd there, and it's cool because you get instant feedback. That's something you usually don't get on Twitch. Is instant feedback. You get instant real feedback.
Mm-hmm.
When you're live with people, and yeah, it's just great.
Yeah, nice. I mean, I don't want to break it down, but like you know, like how scary can that be? Because like you mentioned, you know, if you're streaming, let's say every day, you're in the same spot and whatnot. But you know, once you finally get to this big crowd, and I know I don't speedrun, but I've seen enough games where anything and everything can go wrong in a run. Like is what do I want to say here? I guess I want to say is like how hard is it to keep your cool if you're someone who is a little bit pressured by the bigger size or the live interactions.
Well, I mean, it is hard to. I mean, I think everyone has a different way of doing it. I can tell you right now, I'm less nervous now in my, having 7 runs behind me than I was my first run. I was terrified. To go up there and do it. And I also think it's our Super Bowl. It's speedrunning Super Bowl. You know what I mean? And for a lot of us, we'll only get one chance to ever go up there and do that stage. So there is nerves involved for sure. I think everyone's got a different way of dealing with it. For me, I take a picture of the crowd before every event. I have them all put their hands in the air, and they're really cool for me. I actually have like they're all lined up on my phone. Really fun. Like so I can see them. I don't know. I think everyone's different. There's no real way to like get rid of the nerves, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you get swept by Golden State.
Well,
Yeah.
well, that's what happens. I mean, so, that's the bad run. That's when you stop your opponent's console twice on accident. That's what happens, and that can't happen. Like you can't have bad runs. Bad runs happen, but bad runs happen in speedrunning. I think the thing that you have to remember is that this, like, everyone gets it because we're all speedrunners there, and just because, like, what do I want to say? Just because a few douchebags on the internet are pretty good, but, like, you don't have to worry about it because everybody at the event, everyone that's participating in the event, like, we all have throwaway bad runs, and the chances are is that some of them are going to happen at this event. You know what I mean? It's just going to happen. So it's like you just gotta, I don't know. You also gotta roll with it too. Like if you mess up, you gotta lean into it. Just have fun. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah. Like, how hyped were you when your team won the Super Mario Maker race and that crowd started going off with the yes chants?
Oh yeah. It was insanely cool. That was an insanely cool moment for me, for a lot of reasons. You know, like to get, I felt like Daniel Bryan there for a minute. It was just a cool moment. I really love the team events. I've been lucky to be a part of 3 team events at GDQ,
Mm-hmm.
and they're always way more fun for me, in my opinion, because you have your teammates to feed off of, and you're strategizing during the event, during the race. And I don't know what it is, but having that team around you makes the adrenaline, the excitement. I don't know, it pumps you up even more.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't, if I won the SMB3 race, I wouldn't pop off like I did with the Mario Maker race for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's because I have a team around me to like feed off of.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I don't want to beat around the elephant any longer than I have to. Yeah. So obviously your race with Mitch was going really well for both of you. You both were having an amazing race. And then the foot stomp happened, and I know that was completely accidental. But walk me through that moment of what happened right there.
I mean, I got hit. I was having a really good. I was running a pretty flawless run, honestly, up to that point, and I lost my fire, and I kind of got excited, and I mean, like I said, the adrenaline's flowing through you, and I kind of like, I mean, like I stopped the stage, like I just like kind of like pushed my foot down,
Mm-hmm.
and I do that all the time at home. It's not like it's not something I really even think about. It's just like a reaction. And the stage, I guess, vibrated and shook his console. I mean, my console was like probably like 6 inches from my feet. It didn't go off.
Yeah.
His console was like, 6 feet from me.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it just shut down. And then the next time it happened, I dropped my controller, like, because like I lost the race. I knew I was going to lose the race. So I dropped my controller and it did it again. And it was just, yeah.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, I know obviously wireless controllers don't have that problem, but like, are the NES and SNES, like, are they that close to the couch or?
Wait, are they? No, I mean they were on the ground, like they're on the ground, kind of like close enough to where you can reach them in case you need to hit reset for whatever reason.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Which in this case we ended up having to do that. But
Right.
if they were on the table, I mean, we could. I think this will probably be the last time they do that because it happened more than once, and that's not like GDQ's fault necessarily. They've been doing that for a long time.
Right. Yeah.
It's just we're to the point where NESs are legitimately just kind of getting older, and we need to, NESs, we need to like be able to fix them in better ways. You know what I mean? We need to be restoring more NESs now.
Right.
That's something that is, we're gonna have to do. That CRTs are my 2 biggest worries.
Mm-hmm.
Right now.
Yeah. Something I've always wondered, and I guess you can talk about it because you would know the difference. But like, could you just use like a Wii U or a Wii and use the Virtual Console? Like, obviously, you'd have different controller, but.
Well, the Virtual Console's an emulator.
Mm-hmm.
It's not original hardware. And anytime you run on something original hardware, or not on original hardware, there's going to be variances. Sometimes they're very minute. But for instance, like the Wii or Wii U, Mario 3 Virtual Console,
Oh, really?
Whereas the NES game runs a 60.08,
Mm-hmm.
I believe. Or maybe that's the Mario World that runs a 60.08. Don't quote me on that without fact checking that one.
Yeah.
But either way, even if those 0.08 frames,
They make a difference, yeah.
over like 10 minutes, I think that's like a second and a half, which is a huge thing in our 10-minute category.
Mm-hmm.
And then over a 50-minute run, that's a lot of time. Especially in a game with a lot of auto scrollers too. You're literally losing time on auto scrollers for no reason. You're not doing anything wrong. So those are major issues, I guess I would say. But there are some games where they do run on faster or whatever on virtual console. I think ultimately though, like the holy grail of all of these games will always be doing it on original hardware.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, the same way you want to do arcade games on original hardware. I think that'll always be the holy grail. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think? I know that's a strong point you just made, but do you think they'll ever just move on to emulation and HD TVs?
I mean, that's like asking if people that collect records are ever going to move on to MP3s.
Yeah.
I just don't. I think for some people, they are just always going to be purists. I know I am. I don't personally think I'll ever want to move on to emulation. That being said, I do think emulation is a strange fear that the video game industry actually doesn't address but there are people working on it out there really diligently, like Frank Cifaldi, but it's video game preservation.
Mm-hmm.
If you believe video games are art form, and I truly do.
I do.
There's a lot of games out there that could be lost, especially now in the age of the internet. There's cartridges, prototype cartridges that are hard to find and could be lost. Emulation is a good way to preserve those for future generations to play in an easy way and like in a sort of what I want to say like library type setting. Virtual library type setting, and I think emulation is a crucial part of the future preservation of games in a lot of ways. But I do always think that original hardware at the end of the day is going to be the way you want to compete, quote unquote.
Yeah, for sure.
In these things,
Yeah. Awesome. A couple more I got for you. Just want to go back to gaming really quick. Mario ROM hacks. To my knowledge, I think Super Mario Kaizo is the first one. You can correct me if I'm wrong.
First ROM hack or first?
I guess that kind of Mario gameplay.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Kaizo 1 would be the one.
Yeah. How did you get? I guess how did you get exposed to seeing that kind of stuff?
How did I see it?
Yeah, what was your first exposure to it?
Just YouTube videos. I don't know how. Just probably started looking at a video of someone cooking food and ended up on a video on YouTube or something. That was the first time I saw it was like Asshole Mario.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I watched that, and I also watched it was item abuse from Mega, which was a task. I didn't know it at the time.
Huh?
But I was just like, wow, how can anyone do all this? My mind was blown.
Yeah. Do you think that was something you ever could have done when you first saw those videos?
No. I didn't think that I had the skill level to be where I was at all when I first started doing this. At all. I have exceeded every one of my wildest dreams and expectations. And, as far as what I thought I was capable of. And it's just been, I don't know, it's been pushing myself ever since. Mario Maker is really the thing that started getting me into, the super duper hard levels. And stuff like that. Honestly, once that came out, I found someone sent me a Panga level. It took me 4.5 hours, and that was the longest a Mario level could ever take to my mind, And I was just give me more. What else has this kid made? And I just consumed all of his anything he would put out. I just do it until I
Yeah.
That's it just became an obsession, like these hard levels, like pushing my skill level. Like I don't think I, like going from like I don't think I can do this to like what I was watching you get made to holy God, I just beat it is I don't know, it's such a fun journey, and I don't know, I love it. One time I like midway through Mario Maker, like 4 months after it came out, I ended up spending 100 hours beating the level. And once I did that, I kind of realized that I can beat any Mario level. It's just how much time am I willing to put into it. But any level out there, I can beat. It's just a matter of like, is it going to take me 1 hour or 1,000 hours?
Yeah. And that's one of the reasons I really like watching.
Once I decided that, like, it became a lot easier to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's why I really enjoy watching you play Mario Maker, because, like, I'm not at that level yet. Like, I've started playing Mario ROM hacks, and I've gotten some progress down. But, like, I can see, like, I don't know if a lot of your viewers or people realize this about you, but, like, I think, like, you can see the wheels turning in your head on how to beat a stage. And I watched, I forget what Mario video, whichever one you uploaded today, I was watching earlier as I was eating lunch. And yeah, like you can just see like how you are going to attack a level and, what jumps you need to make or what do I need to do to get do to the next part. And so what I'm getting at is, if you had to tell someone, or I don't want to say teach, but if you had to give someone advice, like on beating these harder stages, like what would you tell someone?
I mean, I guess like there's not really advice other than just like play, but you have to break it down. You can't look at like tricks seem overwhelming, especially in Mario Maker. I think tricks can seem overwhelming because there's a lot going on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
But if you really look at what's happening to Mario, he can only really do three things. He can throw a shell, he can grab a shell, or he can jump. So you kind of got to just break it down into what does Mario need to do right now, and like you don't build consistency and muscle memory.
Mm-hmm.
Just getting those early tricks down, moments of a trick or a level down, a trick, a level, whatever you want to,
Mm-hmm.
whatever you're working on, and really more so than that, just like play and don't give up. Like I think that's the biggest thing is like just don't give up. Like it's not especially the guys at levels, if they take you 2 or 3 hours, that's normal. Like that's not means you're doing bad. That's normal. That's exactly how long it should be taking. So yeah, I don't know. I think those are the three things. Like keep it simple and don't quit.
Yeah. Was there a Kaizo trick that used to give you problems?
Air shell jumps. Be great at. I will only ever be bad to adequate at them. I probably will never get great at them.
Yeah, they look tough. Yeah.
It really, it's things I don't like practicing that I feel bad at.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it is kind of simple that I'm pretty bad at. It's like pow drops. Pow drops against the wall in Mario Maker. That's something I'm really bad at. I shouldn't be, but I am.
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
Yeah. I've heard you mention.
Anything going left.
Nice. Yeah, I've heard you mention before that there are some subtle changes, or not changes, differences between Mario World and Mario Maker. But as someone, like, if you don't run or don't play Super Mario World that much, like, is that no longer, I don't want to say intimidating, but, like, it's not as big a problem if you're, like, just playing Mario Maker prominently, like, trying to get better as a Mario player?
Sorry, you were cut out.
Oh,
The second part, yeah.
sure. I was just saying, yeah.
Does it matter if you're playing casually?
Yeah, I would say that, yeah.
I mean, yes and no. Like, if you're used to the way Mario handles, like Mario 3 or Mario World, he handles it significantly different in Mario Maker, but it's not something you can't get used to.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Mario Maker, if you haven't played Mario in a couple of years, it's not going to bother you at all.
Gotcha. All right, I want to just wrap up a few more here. Just not gaming per se, but what was it like for you when you started streaming?
Well, when I first started streaming, I was a snowboarder before that,
Mm-hmm.
and I got hurt. I was in the hospital for 3 months. I got out the next winter. I was really bored because everyone I knew was also a snowboarder and was snowboarding. So I was really, really bored because I was still in recovery. And one of my buddies was like, "Hey, I'm streaming Halo on Twitch." And I was like, "What's Twitch?" And he's like, "Hey, download it on your Xbox." And so I downloaded it on my Xbox and I watched him play Halo for a couple hours. And then I watched Magic the Gathering for like 6 hours.
Oh, nice.
I was like, yo, I'm playing video games all the time anyway. I could also play video games right here, and then at least I have someone to talk to during the day because I was so bored during the day for snowboarding. I just had nothing to do, and so I was just like playing video games. So that's how it started for me. And I originally actually streamed on this other site called Hitbox, which is no longer a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And with Twitch, I never got over 3 viewers. I moved to Twitch
Yeah.
and streamed every day, pretty much every 6 days a week, like I do now, same hours. And I never really broke over 10 or 20 viewers for 2 years, 2 or 3 years, and then Warrior Maker came out, and it's just been on a constant uphill swing since.
Yeah. Nice. Were were you already married to Gina at that time?
Yeah, I was married. I got engaged, and then I got hurt, and then I got married, and then I started streaming.
Gotcha. Like, how has your wife's support been throughout these last 6 years?
My wife was incredible. She, when it wasn't going good, she only really kind of maybe questioned it once in 2.5 years. I
Mm-hmm.
spent a lot of time on it, a lot of time, and spent a lot of money. At that time it was an expensive hobby, and she only maybe even kind of questioned it maybe one time, and it's just not really questioned. She's just how many hours are you gonna put into this instead of putting into your something else.
Mm-hmm.
And not she didn't want me to quit. She was just how long? A year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, and 10 years. She's like, I don't care. I just wanted, and I said, I don't know. She's like, okay, that's fine. And that was that. She never said anything else about it again. She's amazing. When it started, when it's become big in our life, she's been even more amazing because she didn't ask for any of that. She didn't ask to be she didn't ask for random strangers to follow her on social medias or have people come up and talk to her at events. You know what I mean? She never asked for any of that. She's incredible and nice and smiles and just everything, super supportive. She is taken over a lot of the business side of it for me to help me just kind of play, be able to focus on playing and getting good now that it's become something that supports both.
Right.
Yeah, she's incredible. She's my teammate. She's my number one. Everything. She's awesome. What's funny is she only watches when I play Fortnite. She doesn't watch speedrunning at all. She doesn't like it, which is funny. It's really cool. But the only time she ever sees my runs is at events, and it's always really fun for me because then she's like, "Oh wow, that's really cool." I would want to watch. She's like, "I would want to watch you do it 100,000 times." But she also has to live with me and sees me all the time, so I don't blame her for that. But yeah, she's amazing, and she's just awesome, and the most supportive person in the world. And I couldn't have a better partner or be more grateful for everything she's done for me and to make this go from just a hobby to a dream to a reality type of thing. Yeah.
Nice. That's really awesome. Yeah. I think sometimes the double-edged sword with popularity or someone who's well known is that it does kind of trickle out in this case to your partner. but that's great. That I guess like I don't want to say it's bad, but like nothing negatives come out of it for her being next to someone who's in this kind of spotlight. And like what do I want to say here? Like, was that ever a concern for you that maybe me, we'll just say rising to fame, would kind of drag her into this?
It was. It's not fair for her. Yeah, it's totally not fair for her because this isn't her world. Like,
Mm-hmm.
she plays video games from time to time, but she's playing it's not her world. And that's fine, and that's cool. But when she makes it her world because it's my world, and that's what we do. And it's kind of, I know it's hard for her too because it's a nonstop job. It goes on 24/7. It never ends. It's every moment of the day. There's something I have to do, especially now that I have a world too. There's always stuff to do, and so that I mean she's a trooper. But yeah, I mean it does. It is like I think with all good things, there's always unintended consequences.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I feel like she's had to take the brunt of them more than me. I didn't have that as much as she did. She's had to make a much bigger adjustment than I have in the rise of whatever this is. And I'm not even big. I couldn't even imagine what it is for other people and their spouses. I've grown and my growth has been very steady. It hasn't been like a ninja type growth where it just happens so fast.
Oh yeah, I don't think anyone other than him has that.
He was 5 viewers a year ago.
She's yeah.
1,500, 2,000 viewers a year ago, and now he's also 120. Like that, he has to be. I'm sure, like they also have an adjustment. I think everyone has an adjustment when you. I mean, it's not. I don't even like calling it fame, but just like notoriety, or you have someone. You're in some sort of entertainment business.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, I think too. It's also like I share. I'm an overshare, and like that's something that you almost have to do. You have to open up, and she doesn't like that. I talk about our life sometimes. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'll say something that you probably shouldn't tell 2,000 people, but it's like I don't know. You kind of. I don't think she enjoys all of that part of it. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But she's awesome about it at the same time. Like, it might not be her favorite part, but she understands that this is the gig.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like you guys had a blast when you were building the labo when you guys got that. Yeah.
I wish she could stream more with me, but she's also, like, she's not used to the 5 years of the internet beating up on you yet.
Mm-hmm.
So her skin isn't as thick, and inevitably the internet is not. I don't know if you know this, but the internet's not nice to women or minorities. I don't know if you've heard of that.
Yeah, I don't know if I've heard of that. Yeah. It's a new one. Yeah. Yeah.
It's been happening for years.
You don't say.
So yeah, it's hey, you gotta have a thicker skin, and I don't. She doesn't want to grow, and I don't want to force her to ever. So she comes on occasion, but very informal.
Yeah, and that's